Welcome back to the Morning Blend. Well, you've likely seen the images of a car crash test on TV before. They might be scary to watch, but each one of the tests helps car makers create safety features that help give you peace of mind. And here with an insider's guide to understanding the crash test ratings is Karl Brauer with Kelley Blue Book and James Bell with General Motors. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Great to talk to both of you. Let's talk about what we've heard many times, mostly in advertisements, I think, and it's the 5-star crash rating. What does it mean?
What that means is that the car has passed the highest standards that NHTSA has set for a vehicle when it's subjected to crash testing. And we know that consumers are caring more and more about this. We see them searching more and more on our website at kellybluebooks.kbb.com for this exact kind of information. They'll come to the site, they might start out looking at pricing, but they'll always be checking these scores. That's why we include them. And it's really a reflection of the increased awareness and demand for safer vehicles.
What about new cars? Are most of them scoring well in this particular category?
They are. We're seeing a real uptick in the number of vehicles that get these 5-star ratings because manufacturers realize if people are searching and they're using that as a decision point, even a 4-star rating, which almost every car gets 4 or 5, but most people are now looking for that safest vehicle, and even having 4 stars might not be enough for them. They're often looking for that top 5-star rating.
Yeah, we're engineering our vehicles with those tests in mind. So the bones of the vehicle, before we even design the outside or the inside of the interior, we're making sure that the vehicle has the best bones possible to help survive those crashes.
And what about things that we've been hearing a lot about? A lot of cars now are equipped with cameras where you can see behind you. They're also equipped with things like crash avoidance technologies. Are these things, in your opinion, a good idea? And do they affect that rating that we've been talking about?
They are a good idea, and they do affect the rating. They're starting to be incorporated into the way these are rated. IIHS, which is the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, now takes that into account. And if you want the best possible score, which is Top Safety Pick Plus, you have to have not only great impact resistance, but also the ability to avoid an impact through crash avoidance technology. I think James has some examples of the kind of technology they're looking for now.
Absolutely. This Buick Encore is loaded with just that sort of technology because the safest car is the one that avoids the crash in the first place. You've got forward collision alert, basically a system that's watching the road ahead of you and also watching the driver. And if the conditions change and you're not changing as a driver, it will alert you to say, pay attention. It's got something called rear cross traffic. You're in a parking lot, you go to back out. You just have to sometimes cross your fingers that you're going to make it out without hitting somebody coming down the aisle. It can tell you, look out, somebody's there. And the one I think that's really the most important is the blind spot detection. This is watching the side of the car. So we all know how it feels. You go to change lanes, you check your mirrors, but there's always that moment of, ooh, I hope nothing's changed there. Now you can check the mirror. If there's a little indicator light in the mirror, now is not a good time to change because somebody has come into that lane.
And are those crash avoidance technologies like the blind spot detection, do those things help that overall rating? Like, would that possibly lead a car to be rated as a 5-star?
They will help when you look at the IIHS ratings. NHTSA is still kind of incorporating those active technologies, but I'm sure the same thing will happen there too, where they will want car companies to not only do well when the car is impacted, but also avoid the impact in the first place, just like IIHS is doing.
Mm-hmm. And if people want to check on the crash rating and other information, some of the new technologies that both of you mentioned, where's the best place to go for more information?
If they want to go to kellybluebooks.kbb.com, they can look up any vehicle they're thinking of buying and hit the safety tab on the side when they're on that vehicle page and see how the car is rated by NHTSA, as well as all these different features we're talking about, all these technologies.
And if you're interested in the technology I talked about in regards to this Buick, please go to buick.com.
Wonderful, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.